Hi, hi everyone. In this session, we are going to talk about the basics of core interface. So, what is core interface? Core interface is basically an interface that's provided by SAP and that allows us to move data from ECC to APO and from APO to ECC. So when we talk about master data, the master data is created on our ECC, and then using core interface we send the master data from ECC to APO. And what does APO does? APO utilizes those master data along with the demand like your forecast and sales order, and creates planned orders and purchase requisition. So again, when the APO has created your planned orders and purchase requisition, we need to send them back to our ECC system. That's our execution system. So how do we send this from ECC to from APO to ECC? We send it through core interface. So we don't need to do any ABAP configurations or any technical knowledge to work with core interface. Core interface basically in a real-time environment works in background. So the business never has to think how the data is moving. Okay, and that's actually set up by the consultants as background jobs. Now in this session, we're going to see what are the basic two transactions that are used in terms of setting up core interface. The first transaction that is used for the core interface setup is CFM1, and that's also called the create integration model. So what we do in create integration model is, for example, you put in a name as material IM, okay, so that's it, and you put in your logical system name. So this is nothing but an text which contains your IP details, and you put in some meaningful name. Okay, so model name and APO names are random names that you select the material master, you put your plant, suppose 1000, and put in some materials that you want to sift. Okay, so what I'm doing is that I'm keeping the material field as blank and setting up only plant. So all the materials that have a plant 1000, I'm just creating an integration model for that. So what I'll do is that once you have fed in this detail, just click on execute. Okay, so it says there are 5634 objects that can be transferred from ECC to APO as a part of integration model. So now what I'll do is that I'll come back, and just to restrict, since it's a very huge kind of data that's trying to move, I'll change the MRP type to XO. So sorry, it's a material type. I'll check the MRP type to XO. So XO means it is relevant for it's not relevant for ECC planning. So now let me go ahead and execute, and let's see. Oh, the material master number have just reduced to 360. Okay, now we can further go ahead and reduce it. Okay, so let me just further go ahead and reduce it to something lesser than that. And what I'll do is that I'll do a further selection based on the material type. So as we know, there can be various types of material type. I will select FORT, finished product. I just want finished products to be moving from ECC to APO. Click on execute, and let's see how many. It's just 93. Okay, so what we do is that once we have got, and you can click here, once we click on this 93, it will give you all the materials that it has selected as a part of 1000 plan to be moving from ECC to APO. Okay, so we come back again, and there's an icon that is generate integration model. So we click on generate integration model. So click mark here. So your integration model consisting of this filters and this material, this selection is now created. So that's the first transaction that we use in terms of core interface. That's CFM1. Another transaction that we use is CFM2. Okay, so in CFM2 what we do is that we put in the same model name, same application name, and the same logical client name, and click on execute. Okay, so we click on execute, go to the lowest section and double click there, and it shows new status and previous status as cross. So just click on this cross mark, it will turn green, and click on start. So as soon as we click on start, what it does is that it starts the moving of your data from ECC to your APO. If there is any data issues, you can see it here. You can go to the QRFC monitors and it can be corrected from that point. So that's a very brief introduction to core interface. Apart from that, core interface has a lot of transactions, but this is how the basic interface which SAP gives, and the process starts with ACC. Thank you. In case you have any doubts, please do reach to us.